But our friends over at The Athletic, Paul Tenorio and Avi Creditor, put together, they ranked all 30 MLS Cup winners of all time. We're entering into the 31st season. And Tones, I wanted to get your thoughts on your Kansas City Wizards, the 2000 MLS Cup winning team that you were MLS Cup MVP and MLS MVP of that season overall, in 18th place. They considered your team the 12th worst champion of all time. How are you on that?
It shows how little they know then. That's you're talking about a team that led the league. By the way, in that 4-year span, that 4-year stint from 2000 to 2004, the best record in all of MLS for 4 years straight total. I don't know who's ahead, but 18 seems really low for the team that had the best defensive record and was the third highest scoring team in Major League Soccer. We were looked at as a defensive team.
Bunker Bob Gantzer.
When I tell you, honest to God, we never worked on defending, ever. We never sat there and worked on defending. We worked on attacking the whole time because we knew we were good defensively. We knew we were solid. We were organized. But yeah, so good. That's their opinion. So I guess we're 18th then.
Yeah, listen, I was on the 2001 MLS Cup winning to the year after you did it, Big Tones, and that's where
were you guys?
With San Jose Earthquake. We're 22. That's when Landon Donovan was 18.
Landon's team?
And Dwayne De Rosario scored in extra time, golden goal for us.
Yeah, there should be some really good teams.
Yeah, we were 22nd.
Yeah, you guys knocked us out that year, right? You guys knocked us out in the playoffs that year in the extra time. Or was that the following year? Was that 2000?
That was 2003. I was on the team with you in Kansas City at that point. I wanted to stick it to my former club so bad. And we
got knocked out in a night game there, right?
We did.
We did. Was it a golden goal still? I feel like it
was
a golden goal.
Yeah. I can still remember being slumped down by the goalpost.
You must have made a mistake. And then
yeah, it wasn't me.
Then I fell over, and then that was it.
No, it wasn't us. It wasn't. I don't actually remember how it all played down, but it moved down on the other side of the field. That's what I remember. I was gutted. I'm still gutted about it, all things considered. But yeah, that team. Well, that 2001 Quakes team was good. I mean, we had Jeff Agus, Joe Cannon was in goal. You had who else was on? We had Landon. Dwayne was coming off the bench. We had.
Well, in all seriousness, where do you think that team should fall?
I think mid-table for sure. 22nd. The disrespect.
Yeah,
Avi and Paul Tenorio, disrespect.
And I would think, I didn't see the list, but like, where did 1997 DC United team?
Right.
That team. 96 was okay. 97, they were as good as anybody.
The 97 team, and I have this conversation a lot. Maybe we've had it before off camera, but that 97 DC United team, every single starter was a national team player.
Oh, they were so good.
Every single starter. When you go around the league now, there's maybe
let's go through
three national team players.
Jaime Moreno, Raul Diaz Arce. So that was El Salvador's striker, right?
Yeah.
Jaime Moreno was phenomenal. I mean, he is without a doubt one of the best strikers to ever play in our league. Then you 100%. Had Richie Williams. You had Tony Sane. John Harkes, Marco Echeverry, David Vaudreuil.
David Vaudreuil. Kind of just
that's probably so him and Richie were probably on the lower end of the team.
But remember, Richie at one point in his career won 10 championships in a row from college on, like 10 years in a row. He had a title. Like,
right,
but we're talking.
Wait, was Bruce Arena the coach too of all 10 of those? Sorry, Chuck.
I don't think so, but it could have been most of them.
And then you had Eddie Pope, Yamosa, Agus, and Scott Garlick.
Scott Garlick was in goal, with solid goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I don't know. Where did that team finish? 97. They were as
third.
good as anybody.
They were third overall.
Yeah, it had to be. Yeah.
Well, yeah. What did you say? Eddie Pope? Eddie Pope was in there. Yeah.
Yeah, he said Eddie Pope.
Eddie Pope.
Yeah, I said Eddie Pope.
How about the LA Galaxy with Keane? When McGee was like the fourth guy. They had
was it Landon?
What's his name? Omar Gonzalez. It was Landon. It was Keane. It was Beckham that year.
They were fourth. They went fourth.
What about Chicago Fire '98?
Chicago Fire '98 was whew.
Ante
Yeah, they were
Razov,
scary.
Wolfie.
Peter Novak, Armas, Jesse Marsh, Gutierrez, Francis Okaro. That's a Boston guy.
Yeah.
Lubos Kubik.
Hey, Kubik was sick, by the way.
Lubos
Could never
Kubik
get the
was
ball off of that
crazy.
guy. Unbelievable how
That
good the guy
left
was.
foot was unbelievable.
You had Josh Wolf as a substitute. Zach
Beasley?
Thornton.
You get DeMarcus?
Beasley might have been a sub on that team.
Yeah,
right?
that's what's crazy. Wolfie and Beasley were subs on that team.
But they were young, though. I
They
think
were,
Beasley
they
was
were.
Beasley was really young.
And Bocanegra came into the team. I don't know when he came in, but
Yeah, Bees.
I mean, Armas, you had Jesse on
probably
that team.
17. Was Bees 17 around that time?
yeah, I don't know.
I think so, because 02, he was 21,
that game
right?
didn't even play. The subs in that game, Frank Klopas, Tom Sohn, and Josh Wolf. 85th minute, Josh Wolf.
Yeah, that Chicago Fire team that's an expansion team. That team was stacked.
Probozny, remember Probozny, Novak, and Kosecki, the three Poles?
Yeah.
Stacked.
Yeah, I remember going there and just watching.
Where did they go? 98. Where did they finish?
98 Chicago? I don't know. They got 10th. They were 10th overall. That needs to be higher up the list. So I don't know who the best of all time. I feel like that DC United team. I know Bruce Arena had said that his 98 DC United team was the best of all time. They lost to the Chicago Fire in the final, but yeah.
Who was one then? Who was the first team?
Who was one? I don't know. There are a lot of good champions. 2017 Toronto FC. Altidore, Jovinko, Michael Bradley.
That's the best team?
Because they won the treble. It was easy for them to go number one there because they were the first to win the treble. Winning the Canadian Cup, does that really count? It's like 4 teams in the Canadian Cup. There was back then, I should say, with all due respect to the Canadian Premier League now.
Yeah.
Sus. As the kids would say, sus.
Yeah. I don't
even think the kids say that anymore. They roll their eyes when you say that, but yes.
In all honesty, would you say they're better than that Atlanta United 2018 team? I mean, with Almiron and Joseph Martinez and
Parkhurst.
You had Nagby. Parkhurst, Escobar was good for them on that right side.
Oh, you know what? But that 17 team also, we talk about Josie and Giovinco. They also had Vasquez as their number 10 too. Remember how good he was in the league?
Yeah.
I forgot he was in that group. Yeah,
man, Victor Vasquez is good. He's a good. I know Greg Vanny loved him. He brought him to LA for a little while, didn't he? The Galaxy, I think he did.
Oh, Bono was the goalkeeper in Stephen Fry was in Seattle, right? A couple years later they won, or maybe the year later.
Yeah, this is a good one to have a conversation with at a bar with a couple drinks with your friends.
For sure. All I know is Robbie Keane is probably the one player that stands out to me in that time of like being so much above, the rest. Like he was incredible. And then Jovinko took that torch and was, he was unplayable. No one could stop him. Oh my God. So I remember watching him being like, in the game, we played them. And it's probably one of his top highlights in MLS where he megs Scott Caldwell and goes around and just wiggles through everybody and then bends it like upper bins. You're just like, is this guy for real?
Hey, he's on my TST team. I got plenty of time for Seba. Seba's amazing. And
what a player.
What a player. So good. And to watch him, even in this TST stuff, you're just like, God damn, this guy's unbelievable. All right, we're running out of time. So let's get into our top 5 contenders now to win the 2026 MLS Cup. We got Inter Miami already labeled and not a big surprise there. Other names. Tones, I'll come to you. Who's else on your list?
I got to remember who I sent in.
I got to send that in as well. Oh, this is Tones. It's right here. Go ahead. It's up. It's up on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Inter Miami, San Diego, LAFC. I like what they're doing. FC Cincinnati. Don't let me down this year again. And then I like the Vancouver Whitecaps. I struggled with a couple teams, but these were eventually what I came to with the top 5.
Do you feel like I didn't have Vancouver in my top 5. I just thought
I like what they're doing up there, man.
I do. I like them too. I just wonder that year 2, same with San Diego FC. They're for the same reason. Like they, not saying going to get found out, but it's just like it's a little harder in year 2 where you're not going to sneak up on anybody anymore.
Yeah, but remember, this was not like it was a bad Vancouver side under Vanni Sartini, right? They didn't like sneak up. I think what they did was get to the next level. But yeah, I struggled with some of these just to kind of put these all in place. I mean, you look at it, and NYCFC can be good. Look what Nashville did this offseason, bringing in. I mean, the kid, Christian Espinosa on the right side. How do you look what the LA Galaxy have done this offseason?
Yeah,
I mean, if the LA Galaxy finish in the top 4, you're not so surprised. So it's kind of Seattle's always in there, but the fact that they lose a big piece of their central midfield. This is where I ended up with it.
Yeah,
I could have put in 4 and 5, Jimmy. I probably could have put 3 or 4 other teams.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to get to mine because I have to acknowledge that I did have Vancouver Whitecaps at number 5. I kind of got ahead of myself there, but San Diego FC was a team that I just don't know. Despite how I liked how they play, especially in leg 1 against Pumas, I just think it's going to be a little bit harder. Multiple competitions to pay attention to. We'll see how they do. Inter Miami, number 1, LAFC 2. I like the Sounders kind of reinventing themselves, trying to be a little bit more of an attacking team, but Obed Vargas leaving could be a risk. We'll see how they manage that. But Dwayne De Rosario's son, Osase, I think he's going to be really the focal point and get some players like Rothrock. Paul Rothrock, I thought they did. Brian
Rothrock
Schmetzer
get moved yesterday? Did he get moved?
Did he?
Rothrock? Yeah, or there's heavy links to him moving. Yeah. Which has been all off season, by the way.
I guess there's just something about Brian Schmetzer squeezing the most out of the potential of the players that he has under his umbrella. So that's just an example of that. I look Christian Espinosa going to Nashville. BJ Callahan just got a contract extension there. This is it. This is going to be like the big year. Can you do it with this group? You know, he got a little bit younger in the back line. He added a nice piece, so it should unlock Serge and Hani Mukhtar a little bit. I'd be surprised if they're not in the conversation at least. And then I'm a big fan of Jesper Sorensen, and I think that Vancouver's done enough to be competitive. But I do think that year 2 is going to be a little bit more difficult. We'll see if they can maintain that. Chuck, to you, top 5.
Yeah, I think we're all basically on the same page. I went Nashville being a contender this year. I think the Espinosa signing is as much as it was more of a kerfluffle for San Jose, and that being kind of the story of, oh wow, San Jose thought they signed him or they didn't know about his contract and he's able to walk away. I think it's more of a look at the piece that they're adding to a Nashville side that were able to win a U.S. Open Cup. Like you said, BJ Callahan, just a solid manager getting the most out of this group, and Sam Surge finally coming alive with Hani Mukhtar. That tandem, you throw in Espinosa, you throw in Andy Nahar. I just think that this team could take it up a notch. They also extended Jason Palacios. So I think this team is a competitor. And then we already know Vancouver Whitecaps and Cincinnati. Just Cincinnati, hopefully this year they get a little bit more out of their best players. But to me, this is kind of the front 5, if you will.
Well, one thing I want to add about Nashville, winning the Open Cup last year matters because it shows that group that they can win trophies. They can win in playoffs, right? So I feel like I'm curious to see how they do in the Champions Cup. They're probably going to run up against Inter Miami at some point. But, yeah.
Jimmy, just Rothrock re-signed last night. Reed Baker Whiting, who they got rid of, the young kid from Seattle, who's the right back, who is probably they're looking at Andy Nahar. And Andy Nahar had a complete season last year, but it's been few and far between of long seasons for him without injuries. So this Reed Baker Whiting kid, they loved in Seattle, so they're going to like him, and he fits in nicely in Nashville.